welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a deadly duo in love that loves reacting to some death battle.
We do indeed, and I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, and so it's Fight Night Friday, everybody. We do Fight Night Friday not only on this channel, but over on our other channel, Definitely Not Definitive Games. We're there today. We're reacting to Naruto, all Transformation Awakenings. And we've done the all Ultimates before, and so we want to get more into this, franchise, learn a little bit more about it. And, I mean, Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Kakashi. So we know a lot about Obi-Wan Kenobi. We're checked out the series. We're having reactions to our series on this channel and over on Patreon, of course, for the full reactions. So Bethany's gonna explain how we do Death Battle on this channel.
So what we do is we watch the first half of the video where they describe the characters, their weapons, their armor, special skills, powers, magic, whatever. And then we stop it after they describe both characters. We will go ahead and write down who we think is going to win. And then we'll watch the actual death battle to see which one of us is right and which one of us is wrong. Or sometimes both of us are wrong.
And the reason we do it this way is because we have an ongoing bet right now to see who gets the most death battles correctly, to choose our cosplay for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day on the channel. And right now it's 3-2 good guys.
Oh, really?
And yeah, so we'll see how this goes. We lost. We both picked the wrong one last time in our death battle. Whenever we pick the same person, they always lose.
Heroes come in many different forms. Some are heroic protectors of justice, and others are the teachers who guide us toward a brighter future.
And sometimes they're both, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Jedi Master of the Galactic Republic from Star Wars.
Yeah.
And Kakashi Hatake, the 6th Hokage of the Hidden Leaf and mentor to Naruto.
He's wears an iron boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
It's gonna be intense.
On the distant planet of Tatooine lived an elderly hermit known as Old Ben. His heart heavy with regret and stories to tell.
Cause he wasn't just some crazy old coot. He used to be a badass samurai space wizard.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. I love a good Obi-Wan liner.
As a child, Kenobi was inducted into the Jedi Order. Warrior monks training in the Force over the course of their lives.
And he was trained by the one and only Liam Neeson. Well, until he was murdered by Space Satan.
Though not before they discovered a child of prophecy in Obi-Wan's future pupil, Anakin Skywalker.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Eventually, Kenobi rose to the top ranks of the Order, becoming a Jedi Master. Just in time for 2 back-to-back galactic wars.
Sounds like fun when you've got his classic lightsaber, which can cut through basically anything with enough force. Get it?
Including the duranium armor of General Grievous, which can take volleys from starfighter cannons.
It's an
damn.
weapon for a more civilized
Grievous' armor is that strong.
Because, mutilating and decapitating people left and right is way more honorable.
Kenobi has studied 7 forms of lightsaber combat, and is the undisputed master of Form 3, Soresu.
Which is all about defense and waiting for your opponent to make a mistake to land a finishing blow. He's so skilled, he can beat Sith Lords in just seconds.
But Kenobi's most powerful weapon, or better put, ally, is the Force, an energy that exists almost everywhere. Jedi can tap into the Force to manipulate the world around them.
Like throwing stuff around with telekinesis. Everything from pulling down an airship to crushing someone else's organs.
While Kenobi prefers a more direct dueling approach, his power in the Force is nothing to scoff at. Many years after his time, he was explicitly compared to Jedi Knight Kip Durham, who could move a micro-singularity with a thought.
Speaking of thoughts, he can mess with yours with the Jedi mind trick. Like if he wanted to, he could get jizz stuck in your head.
Boomstick! Gross!
What? It's a type of music. Those aliens in Jabba's palace were playing it. They're called jizz whalers.
Oh my god.
Disney was real happy to learn about that one. Kenobi's Force abilities also include protective fields, illusions, and Tuna Minus, a technique for absorbing and redirecting energy attacks.
Even without a lightsaber. Oh, also, he can see the future.
To a certain extent, Jedi can glimpse the distant future through focused meditation. In battle, the Force can guide their movements, predicting danger in advance.
Kinda like a space spidey sense.
Exactly. With their incredible skill in the Force, Kenobi and Skywalker became a formidable duo.
Obi-Wan ranked up even more and became a general. He's a badass space pilot who can dogfight at near light speed.
According to an official novel, he can even react down to the nanosecond.
I don't know, Wiz. I've seen the movies, and Jedi have never done shit like that.
Well, other mediums have greatly expanded upon Jedi capabilities. Some are even powerful enough to hold together entire planets.
Obi-Wan has fought an army while blindfolded, endured a blast from a starfighter, and battled the Sith Darth Vader. That's when he had to break out his most OP move of all, the high ground. You beat above an opponent. Obi-Wan gains enormous extra powerfulness. He even warns you about it.
Cover Anakin! I have the high ground!
It's foolproof.
Not exactly. Remember how Darth Maul had the high ground way back when? Against Obi-Wan himself?
Where do you think he learned such an awesome move? Only Sith Satan could think of something so deadly.
Uh-huh. Either way, Obi-Wan sadly failed where it mattered most.
Ooh, that's definitely gonna be an F on the old Jedi report card. Maybe after class for an epic boss battle on a lava planet.
But defeating his fallen student is no small feat. Anakin could telekinetically move starships fast enough to intercept hypersonic missiles. Based on the scale of this dreadnought and the distance it moved, this would need an energy over 21 megatons of TNT.
And that was when he was a newbie. He basically became the most powerful Jedi and Sith in Space Wizard history.
However, Kenobi is extremely dedicated to his strict Jedi code, potentially to a fault. It's debatable if he ever learned from this mistake. After all, he told Luke Skywalker that the only way to ever become a Jedi would be to kill his own father. And he even tried to trick him into never figuring out that fact in the first place.
Dick move, Obi. Dick move.
But even in his worst moments, Obi-Wan Kenobi always fought for the sake of others. He would battle his dark apprentice one last time, sacrificing his life in service of a new hope.
And then he became a ghost.
Don't ruin the moment.
Strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Shinobi, Hokage, mentor, friend.
And porn addict.
Oh, what?
Hatake is all of these, and generally a pretty relaxed guy for someone raised as a ninja assassin.
You wouldn't know it at first glance that his childhood sucked balls. Like his dad committed seppuku because he saved his friends instead of prioritizing a mission.
In the shadow of disgrace, this cruel methodology of the ninja and his father's great mistake tore young Kakashi apart.
Reminds me of my dad.
What was his great mistake?
He called it boomstick.
Oh. Despite his hardship, Kakashi proved himself a prodigy, becoming a Genin at age 5, a Chunin at age 6, and a Jonin at age 12.
For those of us who don't speak anime, I've been doing ninja rocket science in the womb.
He quickly mastered the use of chakra, a form of spiritual energy within all individuals that ninja can shape and weaponize. This is ninjutsu.
He can walk up walls, heal wounds, and even make clones of himself. Plus, he's a master of taijutsu, aka punching people. But his deadliest technique of all is the 1,000 years of death.
The village secret finger jutsu! 1,000 years of death!
Oh, that's gonna get you on a list. Naruto's like 12.
Chakra can also be molded into nature itself, and Kakashi can use it for numerous elemental attacks.
Sure, he can shoot fireballs or dunk you with water, but his favorite is lightning. Lightning zaps,
Yeah,
lightning clones,
lightning guy.
lightning dogs. That's awesome. How do I get one of those?
He's even
Thunder
invented
puppies!
a lightning ninjutsu technique, the Chidori. By gathering electric chakra into his hand or a kunai, he becomes capable of piercing just about anything.
Even a bolt of actual lightning. Take that, nature,
Oh.
and triumphs over you once again.
This is where Kakashi's own Chidori got its moniker, Raikiri, Lightning Cutter.
Ooh, now I know what I'm gonna name my lightning dog.
The Chidori does have a downside though. Its speed and power are so great they give the user tunnel vision and make the attack generally uncontrollable.
Basically, once you kick on the gas, you're zooming straight ahead, no matter what happens. Although, Kakashi eyed just the thing to fix it.
Long story short, he was drafted into a war alongside his friends Rin and Obito.
Shit went down and Kakashi lost an eye. So Obito handed over one of his when he decided to sacrifice his life. Holy shit, we don't have any friends like that. Please give me your eye.
No,
I'll give it back, I promise.
Obito's eye wasn't an ordinary eye. He was an Uchiha, and this was a Sharingan.
With his Sharingan, Kakashi not only got some control over his Chidori, but he can see a person's chakra, predict their movements, dupe your brain with genjutsu, and even copy jutsu techniques. He's such a filthy plagiarist that he's stolen over
Jeez.
jutsus in 14 years.
Although since Kakashi is not an Uchiha, he can't exactly turn the Sharingan off.
And then Reed jumped in front of his Raikiri and kicked the bucket too. Man, this guy can't catch a break.
And yet, unimaginable loss is exactly what is needed to unlock the Sharingan's next stage, the Mangekyo Sharingan.
Oh yeah, with the Manky Eye, he can cast Kamui, basically sucking objects or people into another dimension. Sure, it uses up a lot of his chakra pool, but it's a pretty clever instant win move.
The concept of trauma granting new power fascinates me. So, I've stolen Boomstick's entire beer hoard and placed it in a secure room with 200 tons of
Wait, what? Oh, you monster! What have you done?
Do you feel anything?
Thirsty, sober, and punchy.
Punchy.
Oh.
Next round's on Wiz. Well, for Kakashi, everything sort of worked out in the end. He became a teacher, and this new generation of ninja helped him learn that his dad was right all along. Friends do come first, unless they blow up all your beer. Wake up!
He's held his own against top-tier ninja like Zabuza, Pain, and even his old friend Obito.
Back from the dead and evil now, because why not? Kakashi can definitely
Intercepted
compare
a
to
lightning
fellow
bolt.
Ninja Master Jiraiya, who can blow up mountains. That takes over 18 megatons of TNT.
And he's caught and sliced lightning. Based
That's
on
crazy.
the distance it moved before he caught it, he must have reacted within 70 microseconds and moved over 2,000 times the speed of sound.
Sounds like Ninja President material to me. Not too shabby for a guy who likes to read porn in public. Did I forget to mention that? Because he totally does.
Kakashi of the Sharingan is nothing if not full of surprises.
Right now, all I can give you is just death.
That's mine.
This doesn't bode well.
We both picked Kakashi.
Yep.
All right. Thought for sure you were doing Obi-Wan.
And here's the thing. I'm cheering for Obi-Wan to win. But I figure if I select Kakashi, then I will not be sorry with the outcome no matter what it is. Because if Kakashi wins, I get a point. If Obi-Wan wins, then I'm happy.
You're changing up your strategy here.
I
Before
am.
you wanted to just go someone that you wanted to root for and everything. You are changing things up. I think Kakashi's gonna win. They said that he had a like ultimate sort of like win move in there, like where you can like transport somebody like to another dimension or something.
Yeah, like it sucks him into a black hole or something.
And Kakashi can catch, you know, the lightning. So that's kind of crazy. They both can kind of
That's impressive.
predict the future and sort of predict each other's moves, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Nice environment for a fight.
Another happy landing.
What's the animation in this one?
Come on, Obi.
Hello there.
You can't cheer for him.
You're
You gotta cheer for
in my
Kakashi.
territory.
You picked
I have
Kakashi.
some questions, if you'll come with me.
Go, Obi.
You want to go home and keep reading your book? I want to go home and keep reading my book. After I kick your ass!
Ooh.
Ooh, I like the music. Oh, nice.
Not enough? Well now, you've fallen for the deadliest stratagem we ninja know. 1,000 years of death.
Oh.
I have the high
I have the high ground.
I guess I have the high ground. Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
won.
Obi.
Damn.
You've made the Jedi very angry.
Most impressive. But I see you.
Oof.
Ooh.
Fire style!
Fire style.
Come on, Obi.
Be mindful of your thoughts, Obi-Wan. They
Yes.
betray you.
Yeah.
Oh!
He cloned himself.
Oh, damn. You're right. I thought that was it. I thought Obi-Wan won.
Trust in the Force.
Oh my god! Yeah!
So uncivilized.
Yeah, Obi-Wan.
Well, Kakashi may have been able to beat Obi too, but he just couldn't handle Obi-Wan. Got him.
Kakashi's wide array of moves certainly kept Kenobi on his toes, but the Jedi's arsenal was far more powerful and versatile than you might think.
Yeah, like how chakra is an internal life energy with a limited supply. But the Force is external and everywhere. Obi-Wan couldn't exactly run out of it, and Kakashi couldn't copy Force techniques. Because, I mean, he's using external Force, not internal chakra. Totally different.
As for brute power, ninja mountain busting and Anakin's dreadnought telekinesis were fairly comparable. However, Kenobi matched Anakin's force power well after he had become far stronger than that.
This is the chosen one we're talking about here. Other Jedi have done some crazy stuff, like throwing a fleet of Star Destroyers out of a solar system in seconds and stopping a whole planet from going kaboom.
True.
Oh, and you know how Obi-Wan tore apart Grievous's armor with his bare hands in Revenge of the Sith?
The same armor designed to survive starship cannons. It withstood a blast that annihilated a subterranean city and almost collapsed the surface of a planet.
I seriously doubt Obi is physically strong enough to rip that armor apart. But
Ooh.
apparently the Force is.
Obi-Wan's experience with two
Even
minis
Kamui wasn't
and
a
Sith
reliable
lightning
option,
essentially
since
nullified.
Kenobi's reaction speed was nearly 70,000 times faster than Kakashi's.
Oh.
More than quick enough to avoid Kamui, especially with his precognition.
But we can hear you shouting in the back. What about Kakashi's dual Mangekyo Sharingan that Obito gave him? And the perfect Susanoo?
It's difficult to justify granting those to Kakashi at all, because they aren't really his. He could only use them when Obito's spirit briefly possessed his body.
Even if he did, the results probably wouldn't change much. Remember that Kip guy who moved a black hole? Yeah, he was directly compared to Obi-Wan by Luke himself.
If we're going to take that at face value, this means Kenobi could theoretically call upon the Force to exert nearly 14 petatons of TNT.
Holy crap!
Way more than what Kakashi was packing. And even then, Obi-Wan could just crush his organs. Shit, man, don't mess around with Jedi.
I know it can seem strange to hear about Jedi being this powerful and deadly, but think of it this way. Part of the reason why the Jedi Code is so strict is because of this immense power at their fingertips. The Code tries to keep them, civilized in a way.
But when you enter a death battle, throw those morals out the window. We're looking for who wins a no-holds-barred fight to the death.
Kakashi had many impressive tools, tricks, and techniques, but Kenobi's brilliant speed, overwhelming force, and greater level of power won this bout.
In the end, Obi-Wan.
The winner is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
From a certain point of view.
Okay, so the streak continues where if we pick the same person, they are definitely not going to win.
Yep.
And the streak continues. I'm still up 3-2. So
So modest.
yeah, I mean, I'm okay with this. We keep picking the same ones that I'm gonna pick. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Do you have any ideas on costumes yet?
I have not thought about costumes yet. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. We're still early. It's still early for everything, but yeah.
I've thought of costumes. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx myself. But yeah, so what'd you think?
I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that Kakashi was a adversary who kept Obi-Wan on his toes, but of course I'm happy that Obi-Wan won.
Yeah, I really liked the animation for this one. It was a fun fight, and at the end there, I liked the. This kind of reminded me of a Hulk versus Broly, where they were sort of like headbutting each other back and forth, and you didn't know who was gonna win in the end there. Other times, it's just like kind of a direct hit and you know someone blows someone's head off like or something, or but this one, you know, they're both coming at each other. You didn't know who was gonna come out at the end, whose reflexes were gonna be faster, but Obi-Wan's had the faster reflex.
Did indeed.
If you want to see more of our death battle reactions, go ahead and check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you. And be sure later today to check out over on Definitely Not Definitive Games, Naruto's All Transformation Awakenings for that game. And just keep in mind that our reaction for this death battle of Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Kakashi
Is definitely not definitive.